And today, we're reacting to Adin Ross finally realized that he got used again. I think the most iconic Adin Ross used situation gotta go Playboy Cardi. That was one of those things where I don't think he can ever forget how dirty he was done. Like, his children will look back and ask about that situation. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, I love y'all. I appreciate your grief. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let up.
Seeing, like, I never got into stuff. Can I tell you guys something? Now that I look back on it, I really, really wish I never got into, like, politics. Now that I look back at it, it's like, damn, like, so many people just tie me to it, and now it's just like no matter what, they don't even get to know.
Yeah, that's how that goes. When you decide to get into bed with something like that, that's how it goes. Whoa. How are you not? Did you not know that already? That's why you have people like cussing at certain people whenever certain things come up, even though, you know, people be getting very hurt when they say, hey, what do you think about Palestine? And he doesn't respond or something like that because they just don't even want to get into it at all, regardless of what they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where this is why they don't do that, because they don't want to have it even around them. They don't want something like politics. Politics in like something like religion can be very controversial. Now, you know, your religious belief is your religious belief. I feel like politics is a lot more can be a lot more detrimental. Religion is like, nigga, I'm Christian or I'm Muslim or whatever it is that I am. That's what I am. You feel me? So I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a certain respect there. There's the political thing. You're gonna have the thing about the Christianity, the religious thing is other people, the other parties, they will still respect you. They still okay. I respect how he's moving. This, that, and the third. You choose a side with your political beliefs on the internet as a person that's not like a political content creator or a political being entity, whatever it is. You're gonna have a whole different side judging you for that. You know what I'm saying? Whether they still rock with you or not, you have a whole different side that is now judging you, or maybe not even rocking with you because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Who I am, because they don't like even want to. Oh, you did this shit with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really, really understand other people's side. And as I'm getting older, I'm just like seeing, like, I just don't think I'll ever care enough again for any other politician ever in the future. Just because it's like, at the end of the day, bro, like, humans, we're all humans, you know?
This is such a crazy statement, and people are not talking about this enough. During last year's election and overall political cycle, influencers were used heavily in order to endorse different politicians, in order to get their narratives out there to a younger, more impressionable, and honestly less studied audience. Whether it be Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, the Nelk Boys, or now Adin Ross, people's influence was getting used and honestly exploited in order to get their messages out to the masses. Now, the tricky thing about the types like Adin Ross is that he does not understand the level of influence that he has. He constantly promotes these people and puts them in different positions to his audience, and then when the thing no longer suits him, then he abandons them wholeheartedly. He'll go super hard on this thing for months and months and months, you know, pushing this in his life, pushing this on his audience who is young and impressionable, and then later on he'll just drop it like it's a bad habit, kind of like that Toy Story meme that I don't want to play with you anymore. And overall, that's fine and dandy. He's rich, he can move on to the next thing. He has time, space, finances, and opportunity to just pivot out of it. But for the young and impressionable audience, they are left with the damages done by somebody that they look up to heavy.
I love watching a culture vulture spiral. You made your move. You put your flag in the sand. Now you facing all the backlash. Now you want to backpedal. Nah,
right.
Stay with your man. Don't let a rich kid fool you. All he gives a about is money. You know what it is? He's losing the black dollar. He's losing the black fan. All these companies.
You know, that's real, bro. I think that's real, especially since, you know, him going at him woofing at Kai the way he do and making it the way he do. Like, he is definitely, I feel like, in the black eye, not as cool and suave or, you know, like chill as he once was. You know what I'm saying? You know, he definitely switched up for a bit for the money, for sure.
Everybody knows how important the black dollar is. No matter how much shit they talk on us, they know how important the black dollar is, how important the black vote is. Whatever you wanna any field. The black blank, put it in there, it's important, it matters, okay? So what he's doing is, he's backpedaling, realizing maybe the subs ain't what they used to be, or the influence isn't what it used to be, or too many people are calling me racist, and this and the third. My manager had these racist remarks.
Right.
I'm not cool with Kai no more. I'm not cool with Speed no more. Yeah, that black impact get weird, right?
Seeing as to how he's one of the biggest streamers in the world, and seeing as to how streaming and content creation is getting more serious,
I feel like there's true validity to what he's saying too.
Mainstream industry, it would make a lot of sense for Donald Trump and other politicians to be looking at the likes of Adin Ross to go onto their platforms in order to spread their message. Now, this is no small feat. On one side, it puts legitimacy behind the content creator and the content creator economy as a whole, saying that, hey, we are here, we are taking over new media, we are something to actually be respected and talked about. And two, from the content creators perspective, it's an opportunity for you to show your young audience who you really are. Can you live up to that level that they're trying to bring you to, the seriousness that you want to convey to people, and what you are going to do with your independent media platform? A lot of times content creators and audience people criticize the mainstream media because they don't take things seriously enough, or they are not objective, etc., etc. But Adin Ross understood the severity and level of this platform that he has.
August 5th, which is next Monday, I have a stream with the President Donald Trump. We've been working on this for weeks, months.
And then think about your audience. Think about your audience. This is like true. Like they did this campaign, it did numbers. Like it did a great job doing what it did. Let's go for the streamers, let's go for the influencers, because we can set our impression and whatever our thought process is. We got there. Your favorite streamer, you don't know nothing about nothing, you're about to turn 18, your favorite streamer, he's doing what he do, he's breaking down. Bro, we all know, we've all have been watching somebody, whether it's you watch me and I've said something that maybe you didn't think a certain way and you resonated with. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you might have adopted an ideology that I have had. I've watched certain creators and somebody that I really rock with watching, and I've adopted an ideology. Now imagine you have that same type of pull, maybe even really you have that more of that pull, you feel me? Because you're even more successful, even more rich, and now you bring somebody on, you feel me? Yeah, you're going to get a lot of young people too, to now see how you're quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, seeing things and adopt certain things that you have adopted or how you feel, you know what I'm saying? So they just straight up came through and was like, Adin Ross, let's do it. Yeah, come on. He, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that probably rock with him. He's a white dude too. Like, yeah, come on, let's do it.
Officially locked in. We will have a live stream with President Donald Trump. This could be by far one of the most important streams I've ever done in my life.
And with knowing the potential gravity of this situation, I mean, literally, you could swing votes here. Adin Ross would take this seriously, right? He's going to ask questions, give pushback, you know, get him to talk about pressing issues and pressing matters, you would think, right?
And then as soon as the other half of the stream, you're going to notice it's going to switch to straight fun stuff. You're going to see a bunch of different segments that him and I planned. We're going to react. I'm not going to say the other segments I planned. It's going to be straight fun stuff, straight cracking jokes, straight normal stuff, bringing out the fun in President Trump.
Sure.
That's the whole goal I envision.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You see, I would love to even get him to hop on Monkey with me. I would love to. I'm gonna actually bring that up to
I don't remember seeing no Adin Ross, Monkey, Adin Ross reaction videos with Donald Trump. I don't remember that. And I would imagine just the people behind the campaign is not going for that. I would imagine they
I didn't even think about that. I have a friend who's currently being treated unfair by her. He's a rapper named Young Thug.
Yeah.
And I was just...
I heard that, actually.
Yeah, I just was wondering if there's a way that we can make sure he gets treated fair, that's all.
So I've heard about him.
Really hard-hitting journalism right there. Now look, I don't have a problem with Adin Ross playing silly games or somewhat humanizing Donald Trump. I do, but I don't have a problem
Like I
with
said, I
that.
heard
If
about him.
he were to ask the real questions, and if he was to have a real interview, if he gave real criticisms, got real stories, gave pushback, all that stuff like that, then I believe that this would be an okay thing. But I remember consuming the interview, and to be quite honest with you, he pulled numbers. 560,000 views. He gave him a Rolex. He gave him a Tesla, a Cybertruck that was wrapped, and he asked him lightweight questions, let him get his rhetoric off, and then played a game of say one word about this person. Hey,
before we get back into the video, I got a way you can make some extra bread. I know you bored at home right now, bro. And all you have to do is play games and get paid for it. If you hit the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen right now, you can sign up to freecash.com and start getting paid right now. And they make it extremely simple. First, just create an account like any other site and email and password. And once you get in, you'll see a wall of games and offers immediately. Pick a game that you actually like, play through the levels, and the cash will land straight into your free cash account. It's basically turning your downtime into a hustle without you even thinking about it. People pulling $10 to $20 a day, and with some effort, you can go way higher than that. You can spend a couple bucks in game to hit levels faster that'll ultimately give you bigger offers and payouts. That's the method on how some users end up making hundreds, even 500 or more on certain offers. But you don't have to spend any money. You can literally stick to the free levels and still cash out. The whole point is when you're taking a break from those Astral Dior videos, doom scrolling, looking at women, you can be playing and earning at the same time. Get to your money, bro. And once you run it up and want to cash out, you've got options of PayPal or gift cards. So if you want to get to that extra cheese, hit the link in the description or scan the code on the screen, sign up for free, and start playing for cash on your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you get $5 bonus to get you started, bro. Go ahead, get to it. Let's do it.
the reason why I'm so critical on these content creators is because they don't understand the power that they have. That interview that Trump did with Adin Ross swung a lot of votes. It played a very pivotal role in the election. Same thing with the Andrew Schultz and the Joe Rogan podcast interview that he had. Trump even acknowledged
he did what he was supposed to do.
So I have a son who's very smart and tall, Barron. He knows all about you. He knows about guys I never heard of. He said, Dad, you don't know how big they are. They're big. You know, he told me how big. I said, who the hell is he? Like Ross. I did. He said, Dad, he's a great guy. I mean, guys that are doing.
He said like Ross. Like Ross. Like, I didn't even know who the fuck that was. I just blew it up because I heard I was going to get some votes right now. He's stupid ass, bro. I was able to get some votes. I said, fuck it, I'll rock with him. What does he do? What does he represent? He rock with me? Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, his son, he making his own plays. He might be a force to be reckoned with in 30 years when we all older and we looking back like, damn, Donald Trump's son, he making some moves, some scary moves. Goddamn.
A whole new world out there.
It's a different world. And
But, you know, I'm on TikTok now.
Congratulations.
And I've done really well. No, but you know the crazy, have you seen the numbers? Billions of hits. It's crazy.
I'm sure. TikTok's a wild application.
And I've
though.
gone up 30 points. A Republican is always down 30 with young people.
Trump is my best moment. The fact that I even had, even if it's at 0.01%, Alex, the fact that I had a little bit to do with the election is crazy. And the fact that I got the president on a live stream. Nobody's done it live. Nobody. I was the first one to do them live.
You have influence, but you need to use it wisely. And this is the problem that I have with Adin Ross, the Nelk Boys, and other content creators of the likes. Yeah, it's cool that you have the power to literally sway an election. That's perfectly fine and dandy. I would question and ask, have you done your due diligence on these parties? Or do these parties know about you, know about the influence that you have, and are using you to be manipulated?
Because they tried to do that boy Kyle like that with Kamala, for sure.
I think the question is quite clear. Less than a year later, Adin Ross is already backtracking on some of his stances on Donald Trump, which would seem to be marking, to me, the start of another situation in which Adin Ross allowed somebody to come on his live stream, manipulate him to get to his massive audience, to push their ideologies, push their rhetoric, and get their shit off. You know, kind of like how FaZe Banks and the Crypto Bros did when they came on his platform to push big crypto, like how some of the rappers do. They used his platform, manipulated him, and then ran off with the bag. Donald Trump will be no different, and you can see that by Adin Ross backtracking on some of his stances.
You know, I love Trump, but he did say no new wars, and I don't fuck with that. So we gotta, no real shit. We need world peace in the world.
Why do you switch up like that?
Listen, man,
I love Trump.
I would love to talk about that in person. I think I'm gonna make a.
I'll set it up.
When's the White
you
House
are?
happening? What house
This
is
year.
it?
White House stream is still this year, but I don't know. I would love for it to happen. I got invited within the next couple weeks to go to the White House and stream, but like, bro, I don't fucking know, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, I actually don't know if I want to even. I just don't want to be in that politics shit at all, bro. Like, it's such an honor to go to the White House. You know what I mean? But like, bro, fuck, bro. I'm gonna wait.
This seems to be a pattern developing with Adin Ross. One where he meets a guy who he idolizes, looks up to, gets really, really enamored with, platforms him to his young and impressionable audience, and then after learning more about them, or maybe promises not fulfilled, or I don't know, seeing a different perspective, he decides to backtrack on some of those stances. You remember his whole Andrew Tate saga that he went through a couple years ago?
I am
Andrew, you know you actually
cut his hair and some mo junk.
helped me stop masturbating, because every time that I would masturbate, I would think of you, and I'd be like, nah, this is not right. I'm gonna stop. What the fuck?
He is a walking humiliation ritual. But hey, that's what he does best, though.
I said I'm gonna stop doing this shit now. No, for real, you put it in my brain. Nah, I haven't done it in months. Swear to God.
Andrew Tate went as far as to putting Adin Ross on his visitation list when he was confined to prison. Now, naturally, because Adin Ross seems to be a follower, he decided to embrace this guy heavily. Went on to different platforms and podcasts to endorse him while having a shaved head to show solidarity or support or trust when it comes to Andrew Tate.
Back to the Tate shit.
It's
Have
like,
you been in
geez,
contact
bro.
with anyone on that side or anything since the fucking arrest went down?
Nah, man, I haven't. And you know, it's crazy what's going on right now. I spoke on a Twitter space about it. This is where I'm at on it, man. You know, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I am. Tate, I know you guys have met him too. I'm gonna let you guys speak on your experience meeting him. But when I met him, bro, he took me in open arms, me and my whole entire crew, like literally all of us. And we would talk like basically off camera for hours and hours and hours about real shit, just real motivational life shit. And he's just, like I said, bro, he's to me, to anyone who's personally met him, I've never heard someone say anything bad about him. He's just very genuine.
Adin is a young, impressionable dude. And I think a lot of
with a young, impressionable fan.
dudes are impressionable. This would be no different than, you know, the young guy who graduates high school, doesn't know what he wants to do, and pursues the rapper career or the singer career or the basketball player career because they're idolizing LeBron James, Drake, or Morgan Wallen. He goes to the extremes. He does cut his hair, does the push-ups and all this other stuff. But the difference is that Adin Ross platforms individuals, and Adin Ross has one of the biggest platforms for youth in America. It's just that simple. He doesn't do vetting behind these guys. He looks at surface level things, and these people know that. That's why they are able to infiltrate his place in his space, even though they don't necessarily respect Adin Ross. In that same Andrew Tate saga, Adin Ross was disrespected 50,000 times.
Well, and on camera he disrespected him, but then on the behind the scenes they probably chilling like he says he's the most genuine, cool guy. Boom, bam, bop. We get that camera on, bro. I gotta get in my bit. I gotta get back to how I do things. You feel me? I'm about to cook your ass. I'm about to talk crazy about you, bro. What you mean? What you talking about?
Straight up to his face, to be honest with you.
So because he's afraid and he's a coward, what else can you do but be a clown? And how do you be a clown? What a clown does is self-depreciate for your entertainment. They make a fool of themselves so you laugh. So why is he back on lean? For views, I guess. He may not even realize that himself. He's back on lean so he has something to talk about on his fucking stupid show.
Don't trust your little fucking finger, little stubby fingers. You're trying to slip a note away. Give me it. Accountant. No, it's not that I don't trust you. I just don't trust you.
Why do you not trust me? There must be a specific reason about me. Is it my nose?
It's because you're a fucking Jew. No wonder Kanye blocked you.
I like Adin, but he's a perfect example. He is a perfect example of why you can't give people money early. Well, look at him. He's a kid. He doesn't do any real work. He sits on streaming websites, fucking gambling, a dumbass. He keeps going on and off drugs.
Cooking it. I've never. He's the most genuine guy. The most, bro. It's just one of those things. And then he get on here and start cooking. You know, it's like, even though these things he might be saying, he breaking down, might be true, but it's even like you could at least speak a little bit. I like Adin, but boom, bam, blah, 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 blah. It's like you don't even say, you know, there's some things you need to work on. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like at some points he can do this, that, and the third, but ultimately, you know, I think he's a good guy. It's just some things like everybody else. We got to work on some. No. That's not how I do things. I'm Andrew Tate. I will flame your ass. And then guess what? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come over here, whoop my ass? No, you're not. I'm gonna beat your ass. Like I've beat all my other followers. That he I've seen videos of Andrew Tate, and I rock with Andrew Tate. Some of the things that he be saying, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he just be going off the deep end. But some things I can hear what he's saying and appreciate him. For me. So I seen him going up, have his people pull up and whoop they ass, bro, for real. Jesus. And then that's just how he do. This is his situation. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Adin Ross, You need to start looking within, my brother. Just chill, bro. Just chill, bro.
And just being an idiot, falling in love with whores, breaking up, and going on and off drugs, getting fat, putting on loads of weight. Like the guy's, he's too young to get rich. You can't give a kid a $50 million streaming contract. He's too young to get rich. You can't give a kid.
I can't. It's fucking Predator. I can't, bro. I don't care. You're a pissed. I don't care. I'm siding with Sneeko, bro. I don't care.
Which brings us back to the Trump conversation. Adin Ross is now seemingly backing away from his support of Donald Trump for a plethora of reasons, but I would honestly say that Adin Ross never knew anything about Donald Trump to give him his endorsement in the first place. It was just a cool thing to do. It was a cool thing to say, to be anti. It got you a certain group of friends, and because you are rich, it's not ultimately going to affect you, but there are real life consequences and actions to the things that you do say and support and empower on your platforms and channels, and Adin Ross took that very lightly. He often takes it very lightly. I can remember when he sat down with Your Rage Gaming and literally talked about why he supports Donald Trump, and it was
give me 3 reasons why Trump is better than Biden. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know if you're actually talking and you're not just a bot repeating
first
shit.
Of all, what happened with abortion is ridiculous. You should not be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's first of all. That's a woman's body.
You think
Yeah, why are we doing this right now, bro, on the stream?
You're so brain dead. You're so brain dead.
Okay.
Wait, you think Biden was the one that wanted abortion to be? That's what you think? That's how that works.
He's a president. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can not ban it. What do you mean?
All right, bro.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization ultranationalist. Oh my God. Ultra NL.
An ultra nationalist?
Analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition.
He literally should not be allowed to talk to these people. I don't even know why he can't see it as clear as day. Adin Ross and others live a life that is carefree and consequence-free. They are allowed to ride waves because they are ultra rich. They can say things, skew narratives, not ask real questions, not do any deep thought on anything, hell, not even lightweight thought on anything, and push whatever they want to without consequence, because at the end of the day, once they need to, they can pivot, they can switch. But they have a young audience who follows them lock and step, and that may be fault of them, I can acknowledge that, but they have a young audience and they have a responsibility with that young audience, but they use it very recklessly, and those young kids are left holding the bags. Those are the ones who are left with dirt on their hands, going out there saying these disgusting things, and are actually having consequences to their actual actions based off of what's been done.
Did you take? Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman!
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody.
Not transgender, right? That's what we do. We don't believe that, right? I just believe whatever y'all believe. I'm a little kid. I don't know nothing about nothing. So, whoa, we don't like who? We don't like black people too? Fuck black people. Oh, you're black and Asian? No, we love black people. Bro. We gotta remember who we talking to sometimes. You know what I'm saying? This is why we have to think about and be impeccable with our word. Think about what we saying. Really believe what it is that we saying. You feel me?
No.
All gays should die.
Yeah, merch, preach.
Yeah, gang, influence is real. It's funny because Sneeko's even...
All what should pass? This is what your audience is thinking that you're saying. All should pass. All homosexuals should not be with us any longer. And a little kid came up and said that.
walking back on his voting for Trump rhetoric. And as I'm making this video, Rolling Stone put out an article saying that prominent influencers, including Theo Von, Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz, are starting to distance themselves from the president. Now, these are people who helped put Donald Trump in office, put this person in power. But now, less than a year later, they are now walking back on these sentiments. The worst part about it is it's not like they're not hearing anything new or anything that wasn't available to them back then. Theo Von is backing off of Donald Trump based off of his stances on immigration because his father was an immigrant. Well, Theo, when he came on your platform, he was still the same way about immigration. Like, I don't know. Joe Rogan is also mad on Trump's stance on immigration. And Andrew Schultz is saying that he voted for none of this. Look, ultimately, it's not that I have a problem with these people using their power and influence to get whoever they want to be elected or empowered or platformed or whatever the case may be. But there's a couple things to note when it comes with this. One, you can't be mad when people criticize you and align you with those sorts of people. Right. I think that it's very nasty to act like hanging around a KKK member shouldn't have you be tied to KKK values. Like, I think that that's a weird ideology in your mind. Two, don't act stupid as if you didn't know these things before. I don't understand why these people are trying to pull the wool over our eyes and act as if they didn't know what Trump was saying or any other politician or whoever else was saying before they platformed them. It's not something different. It's the thing that's maintained the same. Three, these people are using you. They know that you are so stupid. I made a video about the Nelk Boys not too long ago on this exact same situation. The Nelk Boys had Israel's prime minister on their platform, and
what are they doing? What content do the Nelk Boys have? Like, what does this have to do with anything the Nelk Boys do? These niggas are the same ones that made Full Send lit. Cracking beers open, drinking them off of white girls' backs and shit, bro. Come on, bro.
It was so crazy to me that they had him on there because I knew that they lacked the depth of having somebody of that caliber on their platform. They weren't equipped doing the correct sort of.
What are you gonna ask
them? They
them?
did nothing but further the narrative that the prime minister was trying to push, and openly, admittedly so, in their follow-up sit-downs, they had no clue what they were talking about and just took cue cards from other people.
So we walked in, and there was just like 20 people in suits there.
Yeah.
The setup was already there. Both flags. We couldn't touch anything or move anything.
And they don't give you any restrictions like don't ask this.
I'll be honest. They gave us a paper with questions to ask, but they also said they kind of they gave us a script to ask, but we didn't really follow it. Yeah. We tried our very best to ask some questions.
So y'all just gave them a platform. Y'all just were like, just here you go. I wonder how much money they got for that. Here you go. Why would you do that?
Telling you this was like part of a much bigger propaganda effort, right? And a country that spends $150 million on they are covering something. They when they spread all of these propaganda, it's like, we're not starving people in Gaza. You understand that this conversation has been happening for 2 years. You need to stop infantilizing yourself. It's like, we're just stupid people doing stupid stuff. You're 30 years old and you need to be aware of what's happening in the world, and that your reach and your platforms mean something and it affects people. And I think the biggest reason why people were so upset for you, not because you brought someone and you didn't contest him, that it is the talking point that he used is the same talking points that have been used for 2 years to kill thousands of people.
It's time for us to start holding.
And y'all just sitting there, and you see y'all 30 years old. Like, don't forget that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're 30 years old. Like, you get to a certain age where you gotta know. You gotta know, hey, I'm getting in here. If I don't know, either I don't want to know, so I'm just not gonna do this. I would never go or accept something or try to be in something so like impactful on some people's lives and go into it without, and I know this is what this is all about, and go into that not super well versed in what it's. I'm not even just talking about baseline information. No, I'm well versed in what the hell I'm going to. Something big like that. Otherwise, since I'm not, that's why I don't even speak on that, because I'm not even fully equipped or understand fully what's going on. What I do know is the base level thing. People was dying and people getting starved. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I need to hear to say I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not well versed in it, so I don't speak on that. I don't go into it. Things I don't know nothing about, I don't go in depth about that, because what do I look like? Looking stupid. And I got people on here. It's like I'm not well versed in the topic, and that now even just on my platform. Now imagine I go and I platform somebody like this, and now we're in a room and they have QR codes. I don't know what the hell we talking about. Bro, what are we doing? It's so wild.
Holding these streamers accountable and these content creators feet to the fire. You don't just get to discard these things when they no longer suit you. And for a long time, we've let influencers and content creators get off this same tired ass gimmick, but it's not gonna fly anymore. I've heard a lot of people use the excuse that, can't you see, Adin Ross is only doing this because he's seeing what's happening to people like Kirk that go out in public and speak. I don't think that anybody in their right mind is thinking that what happened to Charlie Kirk is going to happen to Adin Ross if he continues to endorse politics. I don't think that people even attribute Adin Ross to politics heavily. I think that this is just another one of those situations in which Adin Ross got manipulated and is now using that as some sort of bail or scapegoat in order to get out of the responsibility that he has for the actions that he did. Platform him, but vet him. Ask real questions. Do your research and do your due diligence. But you need to be real with yourself. If you don't have the depth and the knowledge to platform these guys, then you probably should not do it. I applaud the content creators that turn down situations in which they can clearly see they are about to get manipulated by the people asking to be on their platform. Your platform is bigger than mainstream media. Use it like it.
That being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all
Cinco,
think, bro.
after this, stop talking.
Like the video, sub up, comment, the channel. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all, bro. We gone. ADD lab, though.